Welcome back to another TSTerra Plays Tera video. In this video, I'll be going over information all about RM normal and hard mode. So here's the first boss. As mechanics appear, they'll pop up on screen, as well as I'll explain what I do in the video. So this jump will stun you if you get hit. You can either iframe or completely move out of the way. This is just a basic charge. You can try to block it. It does have a potential to randomly push the tank around. You want to iframe that. If you get hit by it, it will change everyone's color or the boss's color. And as you can see, color mech. Basically, if you are the opposite color, you want to stay inside of the boss. If you are the same color as the boss, you want to go out. Hard mode, much faster than normal mode. And you can kind of go back and pause the video if you want to see where I have circled my color is, how I know what my color is, and how I know what the color of the boss is. Again, there is a timer for the colors. You can watch that. If the timer gets really low, you know the boss will do color mech. But it does have a chance to do what's called doubles, which is where you'll have to do the mechanic twice back to back. Now time for the second boss. This is the stun mechanic. When he does two basic attacks in that combination, he'll do a stun. You can either move away from the boss, or you can iframe the stun. If the boss is enraged and someone gets stunned by it or the tank's too close, the boss would do a double stun. As well as what we see now is the trample mechanic. In normal mode, the boss will only trample once. Hard mode, the boss will choose 3 different people and trample. Or some people call it typewriter. You can iframe it. If you block it, the boss will not move forward, but you cannot block it and not take damage. It will always damage you if you get hit by it. Again, the stun mechanic, you can see someone got stunned, so he's going to turn around and trample in that direction. Those stuns are cleansable, and if the healer cleanses it in time, that can prevent the turnaround. The baby spider will target anyone that does not have primary aggro. If you are the tank and lose aggro, then you can get the baby. The baby follows whoever has it. You can see the little orb. Your job is to go over to an egg, feed the baby spider an egg before that timer runs out. If it runs out, the baby will pull everyone in and hurt you. For the pull mechanic, you just have to stagger the boss and knock them out of it. Now we're going to look at Laccolith only in normal mode. The first mechanic we're going to see is the Scythe Slam. This mechanic really only affects the tank and you just want to get out of its way. The next mechanic we're going to see is Hand Swipe. You want to iframe this. If you get hit by it, it will cause a bleed, she'll turn, and do lasers. Next is In Out. Depending on the direction she turns, depends on if in is safe first or if out is safe. Finally, we have Fate. Fate puddles either need to be dodged, be careful you don't dodge into another person's puddle, or you can iframe them. The two closest people to the boss take an endurance debuff. This next mechanic is Scythe Stick. It has a chance to stick in the ground after a slam, and she'll swipe it from front to back. As a tank, you don't have to worry about this, as anyone in the back or side, the safe zone's in front, and the attack can be blocked or iframed. The next mechanic is Backtail and Front Lasers. This happens after basic combo attacks. She'll flip in the air and do a backtail. You either need to, as DPS, dodge or block it. If you're a tank, after she does that, she's going to target the front with lasers. In hard mode, be cautious, there will be 2 sets. I do understand a lot of these mechs are going by pretty quick, so if at any time you want to pause the video, feel free to read the text, as well as to try and understand the mechanic a bit better. Now I'm going to go over differences in hard mode. The first thing to know is that anything you could cleanse as a healer in normal mode cannot be cleansed anymore. You will have to heal people through the bleed. In, out, and other mechanics are twice as fast. There is a timer on this boss now. It's about 10 minutes. You'll notice in a few seconds, she's going to spawn what's called a soul orb. It's the healer's job to usually collect the extras that spawn from the wall. If any of those orbs hit the wall after it spawns, it adds 5 points to the timer, shortening that 10-minute time. And Wall of Souls, or souls cracking the wall, that's that extra orb I'm talking about. As you'll notice, I don't do in out properly, because I know I can eat it. Soul Spheres, the boss will summon 5 soul orbs all around her. 2 in the front, 3 in the back. Usually makes perfect sense for the tank and healer to take the front 2, DPS in the back to take the back 3. Do know that yellow orbs do 40% of your HP. Red orbs do 80%. If you have Fate, that number is doubled. So you typically cannot take a red orb with Fate unless the healers or a lancer or someone gives you a shield. Fate in hand is going to have 3 attacks: inner, middle, and outer. As any class, you need to step back and go over the wave, basically. If you're a healer, you need to regress her before she finishes that attack. If you go too early, she can get up to 2 stacks. If you don't regress her at all, she'll get all 3 stacks and be cracked out, basically making all of her attacks potentially one shot, as well as she'll be super fast. At 30%, she'll do what's called pushback. Basically, everyone gathers behind the boss. As you get pushed away, the healer cleanse. As you get pushed away, the healer will cleanse everyone. The closest person to the boss will summon a cage, and then she'll do lasers. Lancers can blue shield that. So if you're a Lancer, you can blue shield the pushback, but you'll still need to be cleansed, and she'll still summon a cage. So it's important to know that that's how that mechanic works. As we are coming to the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. If at any point you felt that some of the stuff I said in the video was not helpful, please feel free to pause at any of the parts that have the mechanics, where I go into even more depth on text. For future videos, I'll try to slow down the mechanics so it's easier to explain. But as always, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you around in Aboria, gamers.